Okay. So it is showing that we are live, Karen.
Beautiful.
Give a moment for people to log in on this beautiful day.
I saw it. It came on my thing.
Yeah, it's showing up. So I don't care. I'm gonna see if I can go to my page and share it at this time as we're seeing people stroll in. I see people. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome to the live viewers that are coming in slowly but surely. We'll get started in just a minute. We're allowing folks share this with others. Share it on your page. If you can, getting the word out about what we're going to talk about here today. About some healing energy. Yes. Share with others. This is about opening the heart chakra, new ways to releasing that shadow work, that shadow side, doing some inner child work. I'm going to post this on my page. Let's see, we'll get some folks slowly but surely are joining us. Welcome, everyone. If you're joining us, share with others. Let us know where you are located as well. If you can, just love to know who we're interacting with. Even if you have any knowledge of plant medicine. For some, this is going to be very informative. And for some, you may already have the knowledge or have had experience working with plant medicine. So for those that are joining in, like I said, slowly but surely, we have some, yes, and Charlotte representing. I am Asha Sims. I am a holistic wellness practitioner, chakra energy worker, healer here in Charlotte, North Carolina with the Chakra Wellness and Yoga. We have joined us Aja Faya, medicine woman, shaman, beautiful sister, friend, energy worker, practitioner. Yeah. Former, oh no, because it's so beautiful in life. You know, when we come full circle at this time in life, me and Karen and Asha, we used to be flag girls together back in high school. I love it. You know, I still think about. I still control the phone, Karen. I can flip it too and everything. That's shout out to Winston-Salem. Just Winston-Salem. Growth and development and being able to come back on this platform now and impacting our community. Hey, Taj, welcome. Thank you. So welcome. So today we're going to talk a little bit about plant medicine and a little bit about me in general and why this topic is so important. I am been a licensed health clinician for over 25 years. And within my field, I've grown in my practice now of implementing more holistic and integrative approaches to healing. Just finding different ways to allow us to heal from our traumas without the use all the time of pharmaceutical medication. A lot of our lifestyle that we live triggers many of our health issues that we deal with. Stress related, that's impacting our bodies physically, that's impacting us mentally, impacting us spiritually. So we having all these blockages and really not knowing how to release it because we're still having to function in often very toxic societies. So there's a point in time when our bodies become at this point of overload of not being able to release a lot of these toxins and negative environments from pollution to different things, from childhood issues, that it gets trapped in our bodies. And often within that concept of physical, many of us are going through some type of entrapment, sometimes with their spiritual beliefs, you know, of releasing programming of what has been taught to a newer level or another understanding never saying anything is right or wrong, but another level of expansion, and not trusting that or having that safety to expand without feeling you're wrong or you're weird. To me, and my fear often manifests into mental health illness. This is when we start to see, because we become just fragmented from ourselves. In order to survive, our mind and our bodies and our spirits are all doing different things. So in order to find that balance, we have to become one. In order to become one, we have to be more connected with things that come from the earth and operate from a natural state of being, instead of using artificial things in the environment to allow us to feel safe or give us that false sense of security. And that is where we begin to lose ourselves. So I'm going to introduce Aja and her role of plant medicine. And if you would just even share with them before we even start of your journey on how plant medicine has healed you in this youth, because this is interesting, because plant medicine comes from indigenous cultures, but often in the color, our communities of color, we shy away from certain traditions and uses, but it's kind of part of who our ancestry is in general. So just in your journey of where you've come from and why you're living it, I think that's the most key thing when we begin these journeys of showing others and expressing to others different healing modalities. It's about also knowing we're walking the world in that aspect, or it has impacted us for a great deal, and that's why we wish to share it with others in our practices. So introduce us.
Absolutely. Peace and blessings, everyone. I am Aja Fire, and that is my medicine name. And I have been doing plant medicine for 2 years now. 2 years ago, I developed stage 4, or I was diagnosed with a stage 4 cancer, of which they told me that I had 24 months to live, and I was already in the 12th month of the 24 months. So according to traditional systems, I should already be gone. And so I took it upon myself, with my knees shaking and my feet not really sure if I really wanted to go. I decided to leave traditional medicine, and I turned to the earth, because it provides, and this is my belief, it provides what we need. And so I took a trip to Peru, and I took 14 days of ayahuasca. We call her the grandmother. We call her mother. Ayahuasca changed my life. It changed my health. And this is what you have as a result, this beautiful being that sits before you. And so when I was in Peru, I was given the charge to help people that look like me. And I came back from Peru really excited to do that, not realizing that I would hit a brick wall, because people that look like me are so afraid. And there's so much stigmatism around doing plant medicine as an alternative method, because it is deemed demonic. It is deemed not of God, sorcery, or whatever has been placed upon it. But when you're in the thick of your life, you'll be willing to do whatever it takes to live. I mean, I have 5 children, and my goal was to live so that I could be an active part of their life. And I have a husband, and I wanted to thrive in life because I am married, and my marriage is important to me. So those are the reasons that I decided to step away. February 2019 was my last surgery. And I told the doctor then, I will never see you again. You will never operate on my body. By that time, she had already performed about 4 operations on me. And I said, I'm not having any more operations. I'm leaving. And I left, and I didn't look back. Is this right for you? I'm not sure. It takes some trust in yourself, something I had to develop along the way. Because one thing that I do know that cancer taught me is that I did not have a relationship with me. There are so many things, and I'm noticing more and more that oftentimes people are doing things with no relationship, no true intention. And so the experience that you have from that is only surface level. And so I look to go deep within the things that I do now. It is not just that I'm doing things just to be doing them. There's a purpose and intention behind everything that I do. And I was just joking with Asha before we got on, and she was taking a little lunch break. I said, "Oh, you having a ceremony?" Ceremony just simply means that I'm taking this sacred moment for myself. And whatever happens in this sacred moment belongs to me, because my intentions are here. The relationship with me is present. I'm taking this time to really be a part of me. So plant medicine has become a part of my life, and it is the way that I really host a lot of healing sessions and retreats by using our first plant medicine, which is cacao. Should I talk about cacao now, or is that
I think that's cool. Like you said, I think just in general, for people who understand what is plant medicine, is just really understanding this is even most chemical medicines that pharmaceutical comes from some source of plant. So Absolutely. We're talking about whole plants or medicines that are often used, that are often accessible and available, but do have that energy vibration. I know many of us on here are healers or energy practitioners, and this is just a whole understanding of connecting with the oneness of the universe.
Right.
Because cells and the cellular structure, it integrates with our bodies and provides this source of healing.
Absolutely.
And why these practices of plant medicine, earthing, being more outdoors, is because these cultures that embrace these practices become one. Those who still sleep on the ground, close to the ground, walk barefooted, they're involving their nature. And even though it's interesting, you know, just coming back from Puerto Rico for 2 weeks, my eating habits changed closer to the earth. I didn't desire certain foods.
Yeah.
I didn't have certain cravings. I ate more fruit. I drank more water. So your body is in a certain balance. So with that, what we're trying to inform you or bring you knowledge about, so that you can make decisions that resonate with your body. Because I think that's the key thing of what you said, Karen, with many of us in the fear. You know, we hit a certain stage of cancer, and some people already look at it as the end.
Absolutely.
And you felt in your spirit a whole nother vibration that said there's another way, and that there's still life in me.
Yeah.
And that the plant or grandmother started calling you.
Yeah.
So that trust self, that the healing begins. So I always say, regardless of any approaches that we're expressing to you or bringing to you, it still goes with what vibrates with you.
Absolutely.
It's energetic. Plant medicine may not be for everybody.
That's right.
Yoga is not for everybody. I mean, so understand this is something that you have to start living a way of life of feeling the energy and the energetic. So within that, would you explain a little bit, because this is very informative for those that have been dealing with maybe prescribed medications, and different prescriptions, and for those who have had been a part of some of the talks we've had at Shakti Wellness with our holistic consultant Shay, who's a physician assistant, talks about how the other medicines you're on have more side effects and cause more harm than what you originally may have gone to the doctor for. So this is another alternative of inviting a certain medicine to become one with your body that may not have the side effects from some of the pharmaceutical medication that we often use for things. And I always say, I'm not saying that medication is wrong. This goes back to a personal choice on what you feel and believe. So this is providing knowledge of an alternative way, in case in the back of your mind you may be experiencing these same things, feelings, or symptoms. You say, I feel there's another way, but I have not been shown. And I think that's the key with where we're going for whatever this information can benefit you. Whatever you're hearing is for a reason, and your spirit is saying it's time for you to hear this. So with that, Karen, part of this, Karen will be coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, April 10th, and doing a cacao ceremony at my location. So this is a way for those who are not familiar with cacao and getting an understanding of that. And Karen, you can explain. I just want to call you Mother Asha, but I want Mother Aja to explain to us the use in this ceremony and what occurs and why we call this more of heart chakra plant medicine. And I know you referenced it to a tantric energy with it. Well, so I'm curious to hear more about this.
Okay, so just to piggyback on what Asha just said to me, or to us, is that plant medicine sometimes is misunderstood, and we have to understand that most of the medicines that are in pharma are taken from the indigenous places, from South America, from Africa. You have pharmaceutical companies that go in and talk to these small tribes and really take their medicine, and really oftentimes either don't pay them or pay them very small amounts, only to make a load of money here in Western medicine. So, and what we do is we don't mess with the integrity of the plant or the medicine. We take it just as it arrives from wherever it is that we're getting it from. And so that's the difference between pharma and plant medicine, using plant medicine. So as we begin to talk about cacao, cacao is such a beautiful plant. It is harvested in Guatemala, Costa Rica, Belize, and it's skipping my mind right now. I don't know why. I'll bring it back. But we get them from that region because there are indigenous tribes that this is their way of life. And so my cacao comes from those places because I want to give back. And a lot of times Westerners, we like to take with nothing to give back. So, and that goes back to me saying developing a relationship that is really authentic with the start of the plant to the production of what you will be holding in your hand to drink. So this is not like I went out and just said, let me purchase some cacao so I can put in a pot and give it to some people. No, I've done my research. I've connected with the best company for me and my practice and developed a relationship with them where I understand where and how the medicine, which is cacao, has been processed. So from the time of seed, this medicine has been prayed over by shamans. Only shamans can plant ceremonial cacao. And so this plant has been prayed over when it's planted, during the watering stages, during the taking care of the stages. They're putting their love into it. They're putting healing energy into it. That's what makes it different. And then we're going to go ahead to harvesting. Only a shaman can harvest the cacao. And I'm sure the shaman also has other people that are, lay people that can do it as well, that know the process. And the thing about these tribes is they've done it all their life. This is not just something this has been passed on from generation to generation, which I can say that people like me, oftentimes our histories have been erased for some reason, and we go back and we try to find information, but this has been passed down for generations. So you have generational shamans that have been brought up this way to harvest this plant. It is then roasted and prepared by another set of shamans, and they continue to pray over it. And then it reaches the company that I process it, I purchase it from, and then it comes to me. Cacao is this beautiful chocolate drink. It is delicious. It is a heart opener. So for those that are struggling in their heart chakra, not being able to fully receive love or even give love, this medicine allows you to open your heart, feeling full of unconditional love. It also helps you with deep connection to yourself and others. And so it is so important in this day and time for us to be connected to ourselves so that we can connect properly and say the right things at the right time to the right people. Right. It also accelerates the inner transformation and spiritual awakening. It is a very useful product in meditation, working with the inner part of you. And also if you're looking for any type of healing regarding the heart. The physical attributes of this beautiful medicine is that it will relax the body. It is packed full of flavonoids. It it has magnesium, copper, calcium, sulfur, zinc, iron. It lowers the blood pressure immediately. It helps to reduce the bad cholesterol as well, and it improves your blood flow. So it's medicinally well for the body as well.
For those who may just becoming more familiar and they understand the whole thing with ayahuasca, or those who've had shroom experiences, and you know, some automatically go into this fear of not feeling in control. But with the cacao plant, I know you said it's more of a relaxation. Is it? Do you have the out of body experience that some may experience with other plant ceremony medicine?
You do not. You do not. So one thing with plant medicines, if you're looking for a trip, then I am not your person. I am a person. I am a transformational shaman. I am a transformational healer. So I don't really entertain people who just want entertainment. And so that's for someone else. But I will say that it gives you this sense that everything is going to be all right. It helps you to navigate through those hard areas. And I mean, I tell people that it stays with them for at least anywhere from 30 to 90 days, with helping you navigate, helping you to calm down. When you see things that normally would trigger you, your response is different, or you're thinking about, should I respond this way, instead of quickly responding. And that's the benefits of cacao. That's what cacao has done in my life. And it's helped me in that way, because I mean, I was a hothead, you know, and now I'm really reflective. I think before I'm gonna react or respond to a situation. And you know, that's why I said the lasting effects. And then this is, you know, this also can be an individual practice as well. It doesn't have to be something that you do in a group, but I believe that when you do it in I shouldn't say group therapy, but if you do it in group healing, the collective of the group has the energy, and it fills the room. And whatever the need is, it fills that need as well. Okay.
Someone asked, how often can it be consumed? Is this once a quarter, once a week, daily, all day? What is?
Shay, thank you for asking that question. Listen, it can be consumed every day. But it does have caffeine in it. So keep that in mind when consuming, but you're not consuming huge amounts. You're consuming about 4 ounces. And a ceremonial dose is anywhere from 2 to 4 ounces. And it's what you need. Ask yourself, what do you need? But yeah, I give it to my children. It's a great heart. It's just that feel good, you know, in moments that you want to feel really good. It's that feel good medicine. And it just helps you, you know, again, navigate through those hard places. It also stimulates the what is that? Endorphin, not endorphin, dopamine, serotonin. Those feel good molecules within us. It stimulates those, which gives us that fight or flight. It shuts that down. Okay. So any direct benefits physically for diabetes, any direct benefits specifically for diabetes, you want to, so if you do cacao and you have blood regulation, sugar regulation issues, then you want to do it sparingly. You don't want to, again, it is ceremonial cacao doesn't have any sugar. It's not altered. So I would tell you to like really do some research around that, just to see how it feels to you. And like Asha said before, if it resonates with you, definitely go that route, because again, you might not be able to overconsume it. We shouldn't overconsume anything anyway, but you might be able to take a small dose and still have the same effects. I mean, it's a very powerful medicine. But yeah, so
there was another question for those that it was saying that caffeine normally increases your the blood pressure. What is it within the plant that helps to lower the blood pressure, that balances it out?
Well, I would think magnesium, the fact that it's filled with all those flavonoids, that, and this is not a regular chocolate. Again, I'll continue to say that this is medicine. So it's not going to increase your blood pressure. Actually, it lowers the blood pressure. And so we can do it by trial and error. You know, you see what it does to you. That's the only way you'll know for sure. I can tell you it does help with lower the blood pressure. I used to suffer from high blood pressure. I no longer have that. I wasn't taking cacao at that time. I was taking another plant, which helped me. But my blood pressure isn't escalated. But again, it's all about lifestyle. It's also about the energetic, the metaphysical part of why you have high blood pressure. Okay, so it's not just what we're consuming, but it's about environment. It's about how we treat our body. It's about how you hold anger. All of that takes a play in it. I think. I don't know if I answered that question.
I think so.
Breastfeeding mothers can consume without issue. I really don't work with people who have babies or breastfeeding because that's a very fragile state for me. But in indigenous cultures, they drink cacao and feed their babies. So, you know, but we're in Western America. Again, I just want you to check in with you. Make sure it feels good to you. If it feels good to you, then it's for you. If you need to pump your breast before you consume, then pump your breast before you consume. I mean, I'm gonna say the physical effects of cacao probably don't last in the body for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours or something like that. After that, then but I like the physical body, the mental things that go on, the focus in the brain, the joy, the calmness that will last. So you just have to, I'm the type of person that's going to cause you to check into yourself. I'm not the type of person, and I'm saying this lovingly. I'm not the type of person that's going to say, girl, no, go take this. Yeah, take this. I'm going to say, no, what do you think? How do you feel when we mention this? Check in with your body. I'm the one that will turn you back to yourself, because too often we depend on other people to lean on and say, she said I can do this. No, I need you to lean on you. Right. Okay. And again, I send love to you when I say that, because that sounds really harsh to people that don't hear it often or don't hear it from me or whatever. But people that are with me, a lot of times they hear that, because I want everyone to be sustainable. And I want you to trust yourself, because we live in a time where people just don't trust themselves.
Right.
Like, we could go to a complete stranger, a doctor, and get all this medicine. Not only we'll just trust what they say and we'll take it, and we'll just, again, it's about trusting yourself. I send you love, and I hope I answered your question.
I think we felt that, but that's at the end of the day, I think that's what it is. We're providing information for it to resonate or not resonate with you. So it's not a right or wrong. And with this, Karen, too, you also said that children can consume this.
Absolutely. It's like a cup of cocoa.
Okay.
But so it's a high,
sleepy, calm.
Oh no. It's a cup of high grade cocoa. So you got your Swiss Miss.
Okay.
You feed your children all that, carrying on, right? You feed your children all of that. Okay. And they get to get a cup of I've seen kids get cocoa and coffee from Starbucks, little kids, like 4 and 5 years old. No, this is from the way that this has been prepared, and you can sweeten it because it's not sweet. So you can sweeten it with a little honey, a little agave, a little bit. You don't need a lot, because it's gonna, like, whatever that causes that honey to like soak up that cacao, it becomes really sweet. So you want to just base that on but the more sweetener you add, the less beneficial it is for you. Gotcha. So again, remember I talked about that integrity of the plant. We don't want to mess with the integrity. So either take it like it is, or either add a little sweetener if you're going to give it to your kids. But it is just a cup of feel good. It just feels so good to you. It is one of those cozy things, comfort things that I can say you can add to your regimen that will help you. It's a beautiful medicine. Yeah.
And this is something that I'm wanting to, encourage in a lot of the different modalities that I teach. Like I said, of the shadow work retreat that is coming up in Puerto Rico. This is going to be a part of that and helping to deal with that inner child or that shadow side, and even part of some of my Reiki trainings. So with the cacao ceremony that you will be doing on April 10th here in Charlotte, I understand you will be utilizing some additional plant medicines in this process. Explain a little bit about the 2 additional plant medicines that you will be using that will help in this process.
The first medicine that I will be using is Sananga. Sananga. It is also from the rainforest, the jungle, the Amazon rainforest, and they use this medicine to when they're getting ready to go to war. Isn't that something?
Wow.
You're getting ready to go to war for yourself. They use it for clarity.
Sananga.
Sananga. Sananga. Sananga.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Right, I thought I turned my phone off. But Sananga is used when they get ready to go to war so they can see. But here, using it in a ceremonial context, it's going to create clear vision. It helps to decalcify the pineal gland.
Eye drops, right?
Yes, it is eye drops. It does also help with anger, depression, and anxiety, those low vibrational feelings that sort of cloud us sometimes. It also gives that clarity of thought. And so when you take it, it is a sensation because what it works with is the amount of anger that's present in the body, helping to bring that to the surface. And I also see that a lot of times people are so uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay. And so this medicine is a very uncomfortable medicine, but it is a very beautiful medicine. I have done a 21-day Sananga dieta before, and that's 21 days of the eye drop. And so basically, it feels like they compare it to chili peppers in the eyes. It has a stinging sensation, but then it also has this cleansing sensation. So I have learned how not to be so resistant, which some of us need. I have learned how to really channel my anger and turn it into something more positive than something negative. Again, I am sitting back and I'm thinking about what my response should be that will not only honor me truthfully, but will also honor the other person, or the other person, place, or thing that I am involved with at that time. So I would attribute that to Sananga because I can see. It also helps with ocular diseases, and some people say color blindness, glaucoma, anti-stigmatism, eye diseases. So, I just say
it's interesting that you said it goes with the pineal gland and the third eye, because that's all third eye chakra centers of visions and seeing, and how we still got to understand with these energy centers and the medicines that help with these different variety of energy centers to help clear up any blockages. Because often when those illnesses manifest, I'm asking clients, what is it that you're not seeing?
Yes.
What is it that often our eyes taking so much information daily that we become numb to a lot of jacked up stuff that occur day to day in the world. So we do kind of incur a certain type of blindness that in order to survive. So I think this is helping to release all this stimulation that comes through our eyes that we don't want to see, and we block out things. But in that blocking out, we're blocking out some core things.
What don't we really want to see about us, you know? And because a lot of times when I talk to people, I can always hear what someone else has done to them with never any reference to what they've done to them, you know? And so I feel like Sananga brings truth. It causes you to look at what's true, and then you have to make a decision. So a lot of these plant medicines bring an awareness in your life. So you can choose to continue the way that you've been going, or you can choose to go a new way. But the awareness is there. When you don't know, it's one thing. But when you know, it's like, okay, now what am I going to do with this? And when you decide to shift that thought to a new response to it, then you shift the paradigm. You shift your life. your life begins to change. So I use it a lot when people are suffering with financial problems. I use it with when people are suffering in their marriages, when the communication is broke down, because I need to be able to look at me truthfully and stand in what I've done. Okay, so that's what going to Charlotte on April 10th is all about. It's about peeling back the layers gently and slowly and letting things unfold organically. It's not about forcing you to do anything that you don't want to do, but I wish I could give the entire world these medicines, because it is a time now. COVID is present. We've been locked up in the house under mask, and we stressed out and got all this stuff going on. And
Here,
it's you really found out who you was. That's what COVID came
grief.
for.
How has it been for helping those that are dealing with grief? But since it's a heart opener.
Yes, the grief is huge, huge. You know, especially because people have had loved ones pass away during these last couple of years, or last year and now, because of COVID, or just period. So I find that specifically with dealing with Black women, we hold a lot in, so we don't get to grieve properly, the proper way to grieve, you know. And just being able to have a space where somebody can hold you, somebody can, you know, let you know everything is going to be all right. Let's figure out how to navigate through this. So I always say that it's 50% of the plant medicine, and it's 50% of you. How are you willing to show up for yourself? How are you willing to open up and not be resistant? Because I have a lot of people in group healing. I don't want people looking at me. I don't want to show all that in front of people. But not once did anyone say, I just want to be healed. So I'm seeking and calling out to the people that really want to do the work, you know, and really want to show up 100% for themselves, because healing is not something that is easy. Once you open this book, you cannot close it. It is something that is continual, daily, day by day, moment by moment that we do. And so when you try to fall back into your old ways, it just don't feel good. And
Right.
so you're brought to a place where you have to move. But yeah, so Sananga will be my other medicine, and Hape, which is my friend, and I have developed a relationship with that plant. Hape is Hape clears the brain. First, medicinally, it allows the brain to release the mucus. So when we are outdoors or when we're in different environments, we pick up all this, whether it's EMFs from our phones, our Wi-Fi boxes, whatever, you know, we're picking up trash. And so basically what Hape does is it goes in there and it cleanses off the mucus off of the brain. It helps, again, clean the pineal gland, which is your vision center, your true vision center. And then it's going to also work with the sinuses. So anything that's upper respiratory is going to start cleansing that. So a lot of people may throw up, and that's a form of purging, getting rid of stuff. I was going to cuss, Asha. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Getting rid of stuff that we've been carrying around all of our life. It starts to cleanse that. And of course, we do this with an intention. We do this with prayer, and we release. We clear. We clear. I mean, we're not just thinking, okay, well, you go home, you're gonna be all right after this. No, we clearing stuff that we be expected to clear, stuff that you have been walking around for years with, you know, or not really knowing how to let it go. And then other behaviors come up out of that. So we're you know, really coming to a space to provide some good, delicious medicine to you so that you can heal your life. And Hape is one of those things. Hape calms the body. It works with the nervous system. So you're going to immediately, instantaneously feel calm.
Get grounded.
Absolutely. That grounding. It also, the chatter that's in the head. You might be an overthinker. Hape is great for overthinkers. Hape is great for people who want to, who have a problem with, I gotta be so in control of things. It will drop you in a minute and just be like I've never been this still.
So good for those who are dealing with addictions, even smoking, because it's going to ground you. And for most people that smoke tobacco products, it's the grounding that you get, but you got caught up in that chemical addiction that's layered on it. And it can help ground you to feel that sense of feeling safe and secure without the side effect of the chemical addiction.
Absolutely. And I just want to say the Hape is the foundation of Hape is nicotine. It is tobacco, not nicotine. Tobacco. It is a young leaf tobacco, but it is a ceremonial tobacco. It is not like the tobacco or what we smoke here. What we smoke here, or what they smoke, because I don't smoke cigarettes, but cigarettes have a lot of chemicals in them. Hape is just ground up tobacco leaf, sometimes roses, all kinds of herbs and other plants. It is everything that I told you. It is legal in the United States to purchase these items. It is legal to take them. These are beautiful plants that can help move your life. Especially, I promise you, if you sign up, you're gonna be like, my life was changed. I promise you. And if you've had Hape before, you can, this is another if you're seeing it, it is another opportunity for you to come and take part of it. Why? Because it is, you are dealing with something different at that dispensation of your life now, today, in this moment that we sit. You are still dealing with a new thing, or a new thing that has risen up in your life, and you're not sure about how to navigate through it. All we're doing is giving clarity through these medicines. That's all we're doing. It is nothing that's tied to religion. It is nothing that's tied to sorcery. It is just pure love. It is pure love for my brother and my sister to see them make it in this life and to live a good life. And that's my TED Talk.
Yes. How long will the ceremony? So for those who need to know what's going to happen, what's going to take place, we know it's a healing experience. Is it 2 hours, 3 hours? I know I have to be there overnight. This is not an overnight experience for those who may have a question how to prepare, or how do you prepare for a cacao ceremony?
Okay, so preparation for the cacaos and the medicines that we will be doing on April 10th with Asha at her place. You simply just come with an open mind. Set your intention now. Think on it. Meditate on it. The day of, you want to eat light. Eat light. And what do I mean by eating light? Fruit, vegetables, that light, water. Okay. Then the ceremony, it just depends, y'all. Like I mean, I can tell somebody like 2 hours, but it might be longer than that. I am an organic person. So what happens. And a lot of sessions are very intense. So I'm going to tell you, do not do strenuous things when you go home. Washing the dishes and vacuuming the floor, honey, leave it for one day and get yourself together. Because you're going to have, we're opening up some stuff. Like for real, we're opening up some stuff, and this is a moment for you to really be reflective, for you to rest your body. As I said before, opening the book of healing is not an easy thing. It is emotionally demanding. It is physically demanding. And so for those that are constipated, you need this, because cacao, sananga, and hape, they all will move your bowels. And so I know that was like really, like I just hit you off guard with that, Asha, but I just felt that like somebody's on here that's having some like irritable bowel syndromes or something with their bowels. You need this. It is, listen, I don't believe anything is just by chance. I believe every person that has been able to see this, watch this, has been divinely placed here. There is something that is calling you. There is some place in your life that you're tired of. And now you're like, how do I navigate? How do I start? I don't even know how to start to get rid of all this. Well, you're in the right place, because like I said, we're come with a mindset to work, and like them good Amazonian warriors, we gonna pull down some stuff. And we talking about generationally pulling down some stuff. And when you sit in a healing session, in a healing group, you also help to clear ancestral traumas. So you're going 7 generations back and 7 generations forward with clearing. So that means your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren will have the opportunity to live free of what you were so bound up with. So 9 times out of 10, the stuff that you were bound up with doesn't even belong to you. It actually belongs to the ancestor that went before you. But because their DNA is your DNA, you now are genetically encoded with their shit at the end of the day. And so we're going to push that out on this side, and we're going to free them up on the other side. And you know, it just is what it is. I ain't for everybody and everybody ain't for me, but I am called to a remnant of people that do need what I have. And I'm grateful to give it to you.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Shada. Yes. 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 Oh, I felt that, girl. You about to have me in tears. But yeah, so I think that's the beauty. So the other thing real quickly I wanted to ask, because I know I saw this before, and we're talking about healing that heart energy. So, you know, I do a lot of work with couples and the sensual energy and the sexual energy as well. And with that energy, and I know Sister Iman is on here, and I don't know if you had Sister Iman's aphrodisiac honey.
No, I was reading about it.
Her aphrodisiac honey in this cacao. Girl, tell me how this can help relationships in that energetic aspect of releasing blockages as well.
Absolutely. I was just reading about, I just found out about her just a few minutes ago before I started talking to you. So I think it's kismet, but I feel like that would be a great pairing for a couples session. Especially when we talk about sexual energy, and we know if the sexual energy is off, the finances is off. The communication is off. It's almost like your energy centers in your body. I believe relationships have energy centers. And if that is off or interrupted in some way, you are out of balance. And you are in intense warfare with your loved one. And so, yes, that honey would be a great pair.
The intimacy, and because of the blockages of keeping you from connecting intimately with your partner, because I just noticed, I just thought this would be so good when I know my Facebook post I threw out the other day about being in a sexless relationship, because some of our upbringing has been so much shame and taboo. To be free with that energetic exchange is uncomfortable. And past traumas and relationship blockages, that becomes a blockage. So within that, helping to release past traumas and programming that comes with it, see how that can help open up aspects in a relationship to break down those barriers of intimacy. You begin to feel that it is okay to be in a sexless relationship. I mean, we know physical, and this is more for those who are in those relationships, because it helps. Does this help intimacy? I mean, on the field,
does it help what? Look,
it helps cancer. It can help bring life back to it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, I think it just depends on, okay, I mean, really get into the root of why we are operating the way we're operating. And if we have sexual issues, what is the base? What is the root? And it's not always what's surface. Like I'm going deep. I ain't just, I ain't just here to say, huh, take this, I'm out, let's go, No, you came here for a reason. So now let's go deep. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? So can it help? Absolutely. Are there other medicines that are better? Absolutely. There are other plants that are more geared towards that, but these begin to open up the gate to help you to self-reflect. Okay, does that make sense what I'm saying? To help you to really, I mean, a lot of times we are at a place where we just like, okay, this is my life and I'm just gonna deal with it, And it's not until we meet people like Asha that we say, okay, I could change my life, but I still don't know how. I don't even know how to attack this, and I don't even feel comfortable with saying it. I have clients that don't feel comfortable with saying certain things. And so that lets me know they're carrying shame. Shame can prevent you from doing so much. So we're not treating the topical issue. We got to go get where the shame came from.
Right.
If that makes sense.
And release that.
Yeah. So we still going to take the medicine, and healing is body, mind, and spirit. Okay. When those things are in alignment, we operate in an optimal way. That means we're using all the gifts that we were given. That means that our mind is expanded so that we can use those gifts for everyone. So, yeah.
Well, wonderful. Well, I thank you for this impromptu live. I know we both felt that we wanted people to feel the energy about this plant. You can read about it like, okay, a cacao ceremony, but what is it? So I think we got the word out about what it is and the impact. So I put in the links here if anybody is interested in attending the cacao ceremony on April 10th. Karen will be here, or reaching out to her. She is on Facebook, Instagram. If you even want a private session, she is open to that, and will be frequenting back to the Charlotte area often, and even doing some out of wellness as well. So please be a part of that. Even she will also be assisting me in the shadow work retreat by the sea in Puerto Rico, May 23rd. And part of that shadow work retreat, we will be doing plant ceremony as well to help release that other side at the water. So those are some different environments. Again, for those Reiki practitioners coming up, Reiki master training, also including that, or just another healing group for us as healers, because many of us that are healers, we have to release what sometimes we have absorbed as well. So many different ways of this, even in my clinical practices, is something that I am referring clients to Karen to help deal with that last residue of stuff that's from those other generations that we can't quite address right there in the psychotherapeutic aspect, that sometimes we got to go back and heal. So if you guys have questions, reach out to us, reach out to Karen on Facebook, Instagram. You're Karen Bonner on Facebook and Instagram. Yes, thank you, Fatina, for putting that up. Thank you, Fatina. What time? But so I hope all of you got something from this, if not intuitively, you know, of how this can benefit you or how it can benefit others, whether your profession and you're seeking other ways to assist, or whether it's personal things that you're wanting to address within this, or health issues. Okay. But either way, please, you know, I think this is a wonderful experience and a loving, safe place environment to partake. And so reach out to us if you have questions, join us. And we appreciate you for tuning in and listening with us today. We heard in this environment. So namaste, shada, ashe. All of that, I love that.
Right.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right, peoples. Blessings.